So let's dive into module 1, where I'm going to show you how to launch, how to create your first offer, how to choose your niche, create your first offer, and launch it in just a matter of days. So first step is to pick a niche. So you should choose, of course, a profitable niche. What is a profitable niche? It's a niche where there are already some people making money in this niche. For example, my blog about learning English in the French market, when I launched it, I think it was 2012, there were obviously already many websites about learning English, but it didn't matter. I just knew there was a market, there was people spending money in this market, and I just wanted to get a piece of the pie. And I'm going to tell you something, a real good piece of advice for entrepreneurs. I started several businesses in my life. I never had a failure. Why? Because I just applied a very simple principle. Only launch a business when there are already people making money in this space, when there are already people buying products in this space. Okay? So try to find out if there are offers sold in this niche. Usually, when there is no competition, it means there is no money to be made. Okay? And most of the times it means that someone tried and failed already. That's why you don't see someone in this space. So be very careful. My advice would be for you to pick a niche that you like. When you like what you do, it doesn't feel like working, that's a really good piece of advice. Believe me, I've been studying, learning from successful people for years, and usually you find out that I'd say maybe 80% of people advise you to choose something that you like. Only maybe 20% say no, go for the money, doesn't matter if you like it or not. Most of the time I'd say successful people advise you to choose something that you like. So that would be my advice. So choose a niche where there is money, choose something that you like, and usually, ideally, you would choose a field where you have some skills. But the truth is, you can get new skills very fast, right? By spending time studying, not too much, just reading a few books. You're gonna know more than 99% of the population, and it's enough to start selling. So don't think that you have to be an expert to start selling, because this is completely false. You will see that with our method, you're gonna bring a lot of value to the market, even without knowing much. Of course, the more you know, the better it is, but it's absolutely not necessary to be an expert to get started. Of course, because, most of you at the beginning, you don't have many skills, but it's totally fine. So the first step is to pick a niche, and you know what? Don't think that you're gonna pick a niche for your entire life, right? It doesn't work like this. You have to know entrepreneurs, at least successful entrepreneurs, have a different way to look at things. And you have to know that failing is learning. Just pick a niche quick, make an assumption, okay, I'm gonna try to sell to this kind of people. Okay, maybe might be real estate entrepreneurs in my city, can be, I don't know, like stay at home moms over 40 who want to lose weight. I don't know, it can be anything, but pick a niche fast and then try to create an offer and make some sales. And how do you create an offer without having an audience, without having anything in the beginning? It's very easy. You just run strategy sessions. So what you do is you just publish content on social networks, and every time at the end of the content you publish, there is a call to action to book a strategy session with you. You can use tools like Calendly, or you can book me, and you just run these strategy sessions where you talk live with your prospective customers, and it's gonna you're gonna go so much faster. So my advice would be maybe not right from the beginning, but you should try to use a form to filter out people who lack motivation. Okay, so after people have booked an appointment with you, you can ask them a couple of questions like, what's the biggest problem you're struggling with? What will happen if you don't solve this problem? How will you feel? So by asking these questions, you're trying to get a feel of the urgency and the pain that the person is experiencing. And a very important tip, the more people write, the more motivated they are. Sometimes it's funny, you see someone saying, because I really need it. Okay, but you wrote just like 4 words, so you're not super, if it was really important, you would spend more time describing your problem and how it affects your life. So that's just the way to filter out people who lack motivation. But as I said, right from the beginning, you can, I think it's better if you do it right from the beginning, but maybe you can be less, at the beginning you can go ahead with most of the people, even if they don't seem totally qualified regarding their answers, right? Just to, practice a bit. So then what you do is that you make a phone call with them. Can be a phone call, can be Skype, doesn't really matter. And I will give you the sales script that we use, but it's really, really, really simple, okay? Believe me, can be scary. I know it is. I've done it. Many people have done it. It doesn't matter. It just works. It's just super easy. All you have to do is ask 3 simple questions. So the first question, if we were to have this conversation 3 years from now, what should have happened in both your personal and professional life for you to feel 100% happy about it? So that's the Dan Sullivan question. So Dan Sullivan is a very successful Canadian coach. I think he's got a company who's called Strategic. Don't remember, doesn't matter, but they do more than 20 million in revenue. And he actually wrote a whole book about it. That's how I found out about this question. And it's so powerful. Just by asking this question and listening, you're going to provide so much value to the people, right? Because in our society, everybody is busy. Everybody is concerned about their own sake. And no one really listens to the other people. So you're going to be really providing a lot of value. So that's the first question. The first question, the goal is to set the dream, right? What do people want to reach? What is their dream? What are their goals? Most of the people don't have clear goals. So you're going to help them to find out about their goals, and that's going to help them a lot. And you do it for free, okay? So believe me, you're going to bring a ton of value to people. You're going to help people. And if you're scared at the beginning because you're going to be talking on the phone with someone you probably don't know, it's totally fine, okay? Worst case, okay, if you're really like so frightened, just ask these 3 questions. You don't have to try to sell, you don't have to make any offer, just do it, okay? And see how it goes. Believe me, you're gonna have a great time, you're gonna create a connection with this person, and you can say, okay, so keep in touch, bye-bye, or you can make an offer. But you have to get out of your comfort zone, try new things so you can get new results, and believe me, this is a great way to sell because you're providing a ton of value. So once we define the dream, the vision that people want to achieve in the first question, the second question is more about like, okay, then how do you get there? So you ask the question, what would be the steps to reach your goals? The third question, after we set up the dream, we define how to get there, we get back to the ground, we get back to reality. So you ask, what are the risks? who might prevent you from reaching your goals. So people get back to reality. They're like, oh, true, I can get lost by myself. Maybe I would need someone to, to be accountable to, someone to guide me. And this is a great way to transition to your offer. So very important advice. As I said, listen, be 100% focused on your prospective client. Restrain yourself from talking. When you're talking, you're not listening. So restrain yourself from talking to the point that it gets uncomfortable. When a person has stopped talking, just wait. Don't say anything. It can become uncomfortable. Actually, it should become uncomfortable. It should feel uncomfortable. But don't worry, it's totally fine. And you're gonna see something. It's that the person in front of you, they have like a natural barrier. They have their guard. And after a while, they will put their guard down. And you will feel it. So take notes. That's very important. To write down their answers. And very important, write down the exact words and expressions that carry emotions, because this is going to help you with your marketing. Okay? Every time the person finishes answering, repeat her answers and ask, is there anything else? That's very important. And people are going to add more stuff. And after a while, they say, that's it. Okay, we're done. And you can move on to the next question. So very important. As I said, we're not selling as like sneaky, salespeople. It's the complete opposite. So if you think the person is not a good fit, you should not make an offer to this person, because it's only going to be like some problems, and you don't want problems. Okay? So if you think the person is a good fit, that means that you think that you might actually help her, then make her an offer. And an offer, as I said, is just a result and a price. That's it. For example, a 6-month coaching to lose weight. So ideally, during the call, you set up the exact goal. It can be like to lose, I don't know, like 10 pounds, in 3 months. And the modality, it's not that important. The most important is your offer, your promise of change, what we saw in the introduction. That's the pillar of your marketing. So that's your promise of change. And then the modality is, okay, it's going to be like one call every 2 weeks. Okay? But the most important for your customer, it's the result that you're going to try to get to. How to choose the price? First, remember that it's not how much time it takes you, it's how much it helps your client. Okay? When I was doing individual coaching, my last client was paying me, so it's close to $900 per hour. And it sounds insane, right? It's a lot of money. Why? Because I didn't tell him, hey, you know what? Let's do a coaching, and it's going to cost you $1,000 per hour, right? He would have said, no way. No, I followed the exact strategy I'm telling you about right now. He was making about 4,000 euros per month. And the goal was in 6 months to double his business, right? So if he went from $4,000 to $8,000 per month, in 1 year, he's going to make an extra 48,000 euros, right? Is it worth investing? So it was 750 euros per month. 1,500 euros per month plus VAT. So in the end, it was 9,000 euros plus VAT. Is it worth investing 9,000 euros to make an extra 48,000? I think it makes sense, right? So that's why he said so. So remember, it's not how much time it takes you, it's not how much it costs you, it's how much it helps your client move forward. That's very important to understand. My advice, start with lower prices and increase them as you get more clients and more confidence. But don't do it for free, never. It has to be a little bit scary to announce the price. I mean, you have to get out of your comfort zone to get different results. But don't get too crazy either. Try to be reasonable, right? Something that makes sense. Something that's a good deal for your client and for you. I think that as marketers, as entrepreneurs, our job is to come up with really good deals, both for us and for our clients. So you just make an offer, and yeah, you should convert, I'd say, about 1/3 of the people you talk to. And the more calls you make, the more you're gonna learn, the more confidence you're gonna get. And you know what? You don't have to do 100 calls to become good at it. I mean, you make half a dozen and you will have learned so much already. So don't trust my word, just do it and see how it goes for you. As I said, do the calls, ask these 3 simple questions, no pressure, you don't have to make an offer. I'm telling you, you're gonna bring so much value that you're gonna create a connection and you're gonna feel like making an offer. And you're gonna make offers, and then it's just a numbers game, the more offers you make, the more sales you make, right? As I said, I believe you should convert around 1/3 of the people you talk to, okay? So don't worry, it works great, just do it. How to get paid can be wire transfer, can be PayPal, can be a sales page created with System.io. It's very to set up a payment page. You can integrate with Stripe, which is a payment processor to charge your customer's credit card, or it can integrate with PayPal as well, with your PayPal account, and your customers can pay you using PayPal. So that's it for this first module. Remember, you just have to pick a niche, run strategy sessions, and make some offers. And once you've made some sales, you validated your business ID, because the thing to ask people, would you buy, it doesn't mean anything. The only valid answer is paying you, giving you money. That's a yes. Anything other than that, it doesn't count. So you need to ask for people's money. That's how you validate a business ID. So once you've done this with a couple of clients, you can get to about 2 grand per month, can start making a living out of it. In module 2, we're gonna see how to grow your business from there.